So yesterday my genius son suggested I start vlogging. I thought that was a great idea. Look how huge the thumb is in this selfie. I love it. Boom. Now I got to remember to look at the Samsung logo because that's where the selfie camera is. If I don't look at the Samsung logo, then it looks like I'm looking off to the side, which is very weird. It doesn't look like I'm looking into the camera. So here's the thing. Not long ago, I was stuck in the treadmill. I was stuck in the rut. I was in the rat race. I was losing sleep. I was not spending enough time with my family. I was not spending enough time with my friends. I was not doing what I loved. And just when I thought it couldn't get worse, it got worse. Business went to shit, and then there was 2 years of even more hell after that.
Recession hit, business went to shit.
It wasn't even the recession. I can't blame the recession on that. Truth is, I'd been in this business a long time. I really didn't know anything else, and I'd convinced myself that there wasn't any better option for me. And really and truly, folks, my heart was not in it, to be perfectly honest. All right? It really wasn't. And anyway, bottom line is it went to shit and kind of forced my hand. So that allowed me to hit the reset button. You know, when you kind of lose everything, then you can start from scratch. So I hit the reset button. And now I remember a time when the notion of starting from scratch absolutely terrified me. And it was a situation where I couldn't even think about that. That wasn't even an option, to have to start all over again. So, but anyway, that's basically what I did. And, you know, it wasn't nearly as difficult as I thought it was going to be. And how I started was really I had no idea what I wanted to do. But so I started making a list of things that I did not want to do. I thought that would be a good place to start, is what don't I want? So I started making the list. And 2 years later, the list was still getting longer. I still didn't know what I wanted to do, but I had a super long list of things that I did not want to do. And that may seem kind of silly, but it actually worked out well in the end. Because when I made this list of things that I didn't want to do, whenever opportunities would arise, some of them were excellent. They'd be like, oh, that's exciting, that's cool. And then what I do is I'd go through my list and I go, ooh, there you go, that one sucks, so I'm not doing that. So I did that for a while. Anyway, long story short, I found my thing. And it was kind of something that I evolved into. And I will explain later what it is. But the bottom line is that here are the top 3 things on my list of what I didn't want. Number one is overhead. No overhead. Overhead kills, okay? Number 2, employees. Employees are a pain in the ass. Sorry, kids, if you're an employee, but you're a pain in the ass. Now, there are varying degrees of pain in the assness, okay? All I knew is I did not want it. So that's number 2. Number 3 was I wanted to have something that I could do anywhere, all right? So, one of the things that I did was I read Tim Ferriss's book, 5-Minute Work Week. I recommend it. Not because it'll solve all your problems, but it might get you thinking. You may learn 1 or 2 things in there. There's some out-of-date information in it, but it's pretty good overall. One of the things I got out of it was something called geo-arbitrage, okay? Just that idea alone is worth getting the book for. Basically, this is how it works. Is you earn first world income. So I'm from Canada. So United States, same thing. So you earn US dollars, or Canadian dollar, US dollars, but you live in a place that is less expensive. I happen to live in paradise in Central America, all right? So my overhead here, my personal overhead, is very, very, very low. So what that allows me is to live on less income than I would have to live on in this first world. So that takes a lot of pressure off. I was making big six-figure money, but I was spending big six-figure money back in the day. Shocks me right now when I think about how much fucking money I spent. Anyway, but I digress. The other thing that stuck out in my mind about Tim Ferriss's book, 4-Hour Work Week, is the chapter on remote work. I can't remember what the chapter is called. You might be able to Google it, I don't know. But the idea is that if you're really good at your job and you really love your job, but you don't like your life so much or where you live or whatever, it's a model for working somewhere other than the office. So we're working remotely. And he's got a great plan for doing that. So now I live in this pretty freaking cool place. It doesn't cost a heck of a lot of money. My work I enjoy, especially since I don't have to do it more than 3, 4, 5 hours a day tops, and I enjoy it. And I can do it in that hammock there, which is pretty cool. The other thing is it allows me to do the stuff that I love, that I really love, which is I love surfing. I love my goofy son over there who's got our puppy.
Eating a dead bird.
She was eating a dead bird. She was eating a dead fish earlier. That was disgusting. Disgusting dead fish breath for a little while, but the puppy's so adorable. She can do no wrong as far as I'm concerned. The other thing is that I realized I've always loved music and I've been playing guitar for a while, but what I didn't realize was that I really deep down inside wanted to write, create, and record music. All right? So this was a big breakthrough for me. And that happened about 1.5 years ago. I've been playing and performing. I've gotten doing some open mics and jamming with people, so getting used to playing live. And then I realized, shit, man, I want to create my own stuff. And I started doing that. And over the last year, I've written and recorded over 100 songs. I would say that 90 of them suck in varying degrees. So I've got over 10, between 10 and 20 really good tunes. So I've recorded them in my own little goofy studio here. And I think if you haven't seen it, I'll show you a video that shows the setup that I have here. And then I go into a real studio with some rockin' amazing talent and record the stuff. So bottom line, folks, is I'm living my dream right now. Now, you may think, okay, well, here's Terry bragging. First of all, I want to tell you, I wouldn't consider myself a wealthy person. I mean, I'm okay. If my income stopped, I could live out the rest of my days fairly comfortably here, not in Toronto. I'd be on the street in Toronto. Okay, so that's one. The other thing is you may think, oh, look at me. I'm living, the life. And there's a little bit of that. I'm going to admit there's a little bit of fuck you to the people who screwed me in the past and laughed at me and stuff. All right, there's a little bit of that. I'm going to admit that. But mostly, I know that there's some people out there who are hearing this and thinking, you know what? I'm not really happy with my life. I mean, things are going great. I got the house. I got the cars. I got a great family. I got, a great job and all that stuff. But there's something missing. There's something else, man. All right? You're not doing what you love to do every single day. I mean, something you love to do so much that you would do it for free. I'm here to tell you that I didn't think I could do this. I thought it was impossible because of my situation. And I guess because I thought it was impossible, I kind of buried pretty deep inside what I really wanted to do. which for me personally is creating music. I guess it's something that I always wanted to do deep down inside ever since I started really listening and appreciating it as a teenager, but I never really thought I could do it, and I kind of buried it deep inside. Well, I'm here to tell you that you can do it. And the other thing is, you're probably thinking, you may be thinking, you know, life is short, you know, I don't have a lot of time, or it's too late. And I'm telling you that it's never too late, because every day matters. And you know, if you start today, or you start tomorrow, or you start next week, it's not too soon. You can do it. The other thing I want to say is, I'm not selling anything. I don't have a course or a book to sell you. I don't have some affiliate marketing thing. I have a pretty sweet little online business. I've got great clients, and maybe I'll tell you what I do at some point. But oh, you know what you can do is, if you like my music, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you like this, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's how you can show your appreciation if you like what I'm doing. The other thing I want to say, and again, I'm using my hands because my son said to think Italian. Use your hands. So he said, it makes it more interesting. So now, my thing is music. I'm not telling you to get into music. You look deep inside and figure out what it is that you want to do, that you love to do, and then figure out a way to do it every day. You know, music as a career choice is probably a pretty bad one. So for me, I needed to find something else that would allow me to do the music. And one of the and I've given you my prerequisites for what it is already. So and I have done that.
As you can see, the dogs are not impressed. Not impressed at all.
Thought, okay, well, here's an opportunity for me to start from scratch again.
Life's a bitch. We fight and beat our fears. We keep a brave face and hide our tears. But that's out there, and we're in here. Your pants are tight, my shades are mirrored. It's our time, let's get weird. It's our time, let's get weird. Let's get weird. Let's get weird. Let's get weird. It's not easy. It's not easy. Being awesome every day. Being awesome every day. Seems there's always another dragon to slay. Another dragon to slay. But that's out there, and we're in here. You're staring at my hipster beard. It's our time, let's get weird. It's our time, let's get weird. Let's get weird. Let's get weird. Let's get weird. Some days you wake up and just feel down. Seems there's nobody
Who gives a shit around? But that's out there, and we're in here. We're jamming hard, your lipstick smeared. It's our time, let's get weird. It's our time, let's get weird. Let's get